This episode of New Jersey Living is being recorded in Glen Rock, New Jersey. And here we are at one of the featured green spaces in Glen Rock. This is Glen Rock Duck Pond. And you can see directly behind me the pond scene, which is really a beautiful, serene scene. Even though we're here in December, just around that holiday time frame where things start to get less green for the most part. That being said, it's still gorgeous out here with a nice spring right here behind me. This is not the only green space in Glen Rock, but definitely the largest. There's another spot nearer kind of center of town where we're about to go in just a few minutes for the next scene. But while we're here, I'm going to jump into a little bit about the community. It's in Bergen County, so if you have seen my episode on Ridgewood, which is certainly one of the feature destinations in all of northern Jersey. Absolutely wonderful town. Glen Rock is neighboring to that. So I'm going to also include some demographic info because I do listen to a lot of the feedback and questions and requests from some viewers and subscribers. And I'm going to include some demographic info, which I think is very important as well, at least a few points. One of them is the median household income. So I'm doing the estimated 2023 because we're coming off of the last census was 2020, of course. The estimated for 2023 is roughly $242,000 median family income for Glen Rock. And the median home price in Glen Rock is $882,000 and change. So those are numbers to keep in mind as we go from community to community. I'll present that up front like I'm doing right now, just to have an idea of what it's like to live in and purchase in a community based on an income standpoint and a housing price standpoint. All right, so this is certainly a community that is not as well known by name. If you were to ask someone, had they heard of it, who is outside of New Jersey, northern New Jersey particularly, but high quality community. So we're gonna jump to our next scene, enjoy a little road footage, and we're gonna continue a dive into Glen Rock and what it brings as a potential destination for a buyer, or for those who are already owning and live in the community, what the current status of things are right now in this market. All right, so I'll see you there. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker here in New Jersey, team leader of the New Jersey Living Group, and host of New Jersey Living, the podcast. So I'm here to present some content to viewers just like you. And if you are someone looking to learn all things New Jersey, this is where you need to be. So our aim is to provide 5-star content that reflects the 5-star ratings that we have on Google, and to present some value-added information for those that are looking to either catch up on some of the developments in New Jersey over time. Maybe you've lived here and you live away now. Maybe you're moving here. Maybe you already live here and you are thinking about moving. This is somewhere that you're going to be able to tap into on YouTube, on the whole continuum of YouTube options, to be able to get some information about perhaps your town. So right now we are in Glen Rock, New Jersey. As you can see, sign behind me right now, we are at the train station. We're diving right into the big three. Those who are familiar with the channel, you know we dive into the big three to measure the level of demand for all the towns that we do cover here on New Jersey Living. So we're gonna jump right into train station because we're right here. As you can see behind me, pan around a little, you can see that I am at a train station right here in Glen Rock. There are 2 stations right here in the downtown area of Glen Rock, which is a relatively small downtown area. This is the main line. There's more trains that run through here than the Bergen line, which is like a half mile from here. I'll flash up a couple photos of that station, as well as a little bit of walking footage as well. So with train station, that's going to be a major check mark because many people who are looking for a residence or value a location of their residence is in locations where there's an ease of getting to a train station to get into New York City, or perhaps just Hudson County area in general if you work or want to frequent that area. So a check mark for train. Next item is going to be proximity to the city. We are in Bergen County. Bergen County is known for as one of the premier suburban areas in New Jersey, particularly those that are suburbs to New York City. So this is the spot, if you will, in terms of county for suburbs for New York City. So check mark, you hop on Route 4, you're into the city by, I'd say GW from where we are right now is probably about maybe 25 to 30 minutes to the GW, but you're definitely very reasonable driving commute into the city. And then schools. Schools are very significant. Even if you do not have school-age children, know that the quality of schools is going to directly impact and reflect in your market value. All right, so school ratings here, and I refer to niche.com. I stay out of my own subjective opinions, is an A rating on niche.com, as you can see right here. All right, so this one, check mark on all three, which means this is in fact a high demand location. I've already mentioned the median income and the median home price in the opening scene. So you have a pretty good idea that there's a level of demand here, and there's a market level that is comfortably on the higher end of the continuum when you're talking about average or median incomes, even in the state of New Jersey, which is relatively a high income state. All right, so we're going to take a look at three properties today here in Glen Rock. It's neighboring to Ridgewood, as I mentioned before. So although the downtown section is, again, if you just take a look at some of my walking footage downtown, it's not by any means on par with Ridgewood, which is next door. But Ridgewood is one of those next level kind of locations like that. And along with Montclair, you're not going to see many scenes like it. I mean, Somerville's going to be similar to a degree. Cranford's got a nice downtown dining scene as well. But yeah, Ridgewood is and Montclair are kind of next level when it comes to that. But in Glen Rock, you're directly next door to that. All right, so we're going to get into three recently sold, as I always cover. These are recently sold transactions that reflect current market value as we are right here in December of 2023, with rates actually starting to taper down a little bit. All right, so that's going to certainly be good news for buyers, but we're in that winter season where things tend to be a little slow as well. All right, so we'll take a look at some data in terms of price points and how many days on market, as we always do. So I'll see you at the first stop. Enjoy some footage in the meantime. See you there. We're right across the street from our first stop. We're walking over to 62 Valley Road. We are probably less than a quarter mile, right around a quarter mile from the train station. So from a standpoint of proximity to the train, this is really excellent in terms of location. So 62 is right here behind me, 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths. This particular property, it was, we should get all of that profile. It was originally listed at $649, basically dropped down to $635 and sold at $625. So we're seeing a little bit more of that activity on this current market. But with that being said, more often than not, a newly renovated property is going pretty quickly and at list price, if not more. Story for this one would be interesting for me. It could have been simply been it. I have not been on the interior, although we have the link for you to check out the interior right here in the description, so you can take a look inside some of these photos. But I haven't seen the space, so sometimes it's not necessarily just a renovation; it's the spaces, it's the layout of the actual floor plan. So those things factor in as well. All right, so this one again, 40 days on market altogether, so not bad by any means. But here's something that could have been a determining factor also, is that the train line is running directly behind the house, right? So that can be a certain factor, certainly a determining factor on people coming in and making super aggressive offers if they know that your backyard is right up against the train line, that there's going to be trains coming through pretty routinely. In this case, it's not freight for this case, but which definitely makes a difference in terms of how lengthy they are, how loud they are. But I think that probably, if I had to just guess right now, was the factor on this particular property. All right, so this is stop one. We're going to take in some more road footage, and I'll see you at stop number 2. So here we are at our second stop, 16 Cumberland. Still very close to the train station and downtown area. I'm gonna pan up just a little so you can get a full profile there. But as you take notice, I'm gonna step out into the street a little bit. This is a very different neighborhood setting from where we were at stop number 1, and price point also reflects that as well. So here is a 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath colonial here. That was listed at $899, sold at $910, 7 days on market. No train tracks behind the house, obviously a quiet residential setting. Other setting was quiet as well, with the exception of the train, right? But this surrounded by other colonials. I see some that are more Dutch style, some that are more classic, mixture of different styles of colonial, but nonetheless, as you can see, as I'm still panning a little bit here, this is a very, very lovely neighborhood, nice aesthetic to the surrounding, and you can see why this particular property only lasted 1 week on market. Right, so take a look. As I mentioned before, the realtor.com link is in the description. Click that, take a look at some of these interior photos, give you an idea of what the internal conditions were like. So we have one more stop, taking some more road footage as we make our way to that location, and I will see you there. Here we're at our final stop in front of 87 Berkeley. Get a little bit of a profile shot here. Pan around a little. This is not a main road at all. It's a side street, but it's a pretty regular traffic since I've been out here. Take a look at this one. This property was listed just under 1.1. I want to say 1.095. Sold at 1.175. Not long at all. Just flash days up on market. Not long at all. 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. So this shows the higher end of what has sold just over the past 30 days in this market. So while I'm thinking about it too, want to also make sure you are clicking like, subscribe, and notification bell so that you're staying updated on all of our episodes with more content coming your way very much like this. So this is certainly reflective of what a lot of Bergen County options are going to look like when you are in an area that has that A school rating and has a train station as well. So what we're looking at right here, we were in, say, a Middlesex County or Somerset County, depending on the township, of course. Price points certainly would be a little bit different, but there are certain premiums that comes with something like this. So for this one, definitely take a look at the realtor.com link in the description to take a look at some of the interior footage here. Pictures to get an idea of what that interior looked like. So this is going to conclude our Glen Rock episode. We have more episodes coming your way, both Bergen County, and we are finally getting our way down to some of our more South and Central Jersey locations in both Monmouth and Ocean County. That's coming pretty soon. So thank you for joining. Stay tuned, stay safe, and thank you for tuning in to New Jersey Living.